Ugh, okay. Why am I holding a controller? That is not going to do me any good. Brain is yet to turn on, so please hold. We'll get there. Huh. Hi, everybody. I got home about 20 minutes ago, which is later than I would have liked. So I've been scrambling to get stream going. Usually I have hours to set up. Today I did not. So, hello. I'm here to do some Crimson Vow. Yeah, this week has just been me stumbling on. You ever just like walk into a rake and then walk into another rake? That's sort of the feeling of the week. Nothing specific, but like, it's not like, you know, like, all right, it's just like yesterday is laundry day. Let's go do laundry. Except for it's sitting at the top of the stairs and not in the car. And so that can't be done. So then laundry day is today, and now because of that, I get here at 7. And normally it would have been 6 even on laundry day, but my lunch today got interrupted by the place I went to go get lunch was closed due to change of ownership. So I had to audible my lunch to a place that clearly didn't want me there. So anyway. So now that I'm done stepping on rakes, it's time to play some limited. No, and also Magic Arena has introduced this thing called Alchemy. I could not.
I've heard mostly bad things about Alchemy.
It has many problems. I have a lot of problems with it. A quick overview. Alchemy is a digital only format with digital only cards. It's supposed to be digital standard, like digital only standard with like we errated all the banned cards, and also we errated a bunch of bad cards we wanted to be good, like developer pet cards. And also we don't have a theme in that when I'm in Innistrad, Lucy, thank you very much for the sub. We're playing Innistrad today. In Innistrad, what can we expect to see? Blood, vampires, werewolves, spirits, cards that are plays on horror tropes, a devil. The digital only alchemy card, and more importantly, we can see mechanical bits that hold it together. In Innistrad proper, we get like flashback as this recurring mechanic. Graveyard themes are a big deal across different types. Transformation in different ways. Alchemy isn't a set, it's just cards. There's no rhyme or reason. There's nothing that holds them together. There's no mechanic that is, here's the unifying mechanic. It's just some fucking cards. And more's to it. Arena has its own, like, all your cards are legal format called Historic, which is already a mess to follow. It is impossible to know what is in Historic in my mind because there's always more. I don't think there's any currently available if I go here, but there's like Historic 5 bundle, and it has like 20 reprints. Oh, these are cool.
Historic doesn't follow any rhyme or reason about
Yeah.
what is or what is not legal in it.
Right.
So
Right. It's cards on Magic Arena. But the Alchemy cards all are in Magic Arena, or are all in Magic Arena, so they're in Historic. But more so, the edited cards, the errata cards, all of those are all also in Historic. Even though they're all errata for Standard. Oh boy, Arena hates this. Holy shit.
certainly hit
Oh my god, I just want to look at my
There you go.
collection. So, Gold Span Dragon here. This is a card that sees pretty hefty play in Standard. Makes treasure on attack or target. Treasure sack for 2. They changed the card in Alchemy so that it no longer gives a treasure on target. So that's a rebalance for Standard, because they think the card is too strong as is for Standard, but they don't want to, they want to try out digital errata in this format. However, if I want to go play, how do I change my deck format again? Here it is. If I want to go play Historic, this is
to deal with
this is what exists. Now. Yes. So all of a sudden, a bunch of random cards, like imagine a bunch of modern cards randomly getting errataed for how powerful they are in a Standard format. They've also said they are going to be extremely heavy-handed with this. Like, the most heavy-handed possible with this. Like, we're going to be erratating dozens upon dozens of cards every month, like, all the time. Just, this is going to be, like, constant shifting, constant changing. We want it to be new and exciting all the time. So...
But then they will never become an established format then.
Yeah,
basically.
So like Cat Chariot here in errata zone now only makes 1 cat and crews for 1 cat. And then copies the cat rather than making 2 cat and crewing 2 cat. All Runs Epiphany does what I thought it did, where you have to have foretold it to get the birds, which I'm gonna be real. How'd you miss that one? But anyway, it also costs 7 on the foretell. But now, like, if there are, like, historic decks that are built around these things, they're significantly weakened. Even though it's not necessary to. Omnath here costs 1.
It's so bizarre to have done all of these changes and applied it to 2 formats, basically.
Yeah,
right? Like,
yes. That's the part that's really weird, where, like, to have it apply to, like, okay, we want digital only Standard, where because of how fast games go and how many games people are playing on Magic Online, on Magic Arena, we want to be able to change cards quickly to react to people being, like, over, like, to react to people getting, like, sick of decks. Epiphany is, one of those or something like that. Like, to do it to the equivalent of your vintage format in your thing is really funky. Also, one of the ruder things about it, and I think this is just, like, garbage, come on, like, from an economic standpoint, in every other card game I've ever played on digital, if your card gets changed, you can refund them.
They offer full refund,
Yeah,
and they don't for this one.
You can't. There's no such thing as dusting on Arena, so there's no way to unmake your cards. And rare wild cards are, like, the most expensive. Mythics actually are super cheap comparatively. Like rare wild cards though are like super goddamn expensive, and you can't get paid
because
back.
because you get like mythic wilds and rare wilds at basically the same rate, right? But there's not as many mythics, period, to make to use them.
You get them at slightly lower rates, and then like, so I don't like do a lot of deck building, and also I had a way larger collection to start because of doing some sponsored events. But this is a good thing to show off the rate at like you get these. You end up with a slightly higher number of rare wild cards, but think of like what a mana base in Magic looks like.
Yeah, you need all of them is the long and short of it, and you don't get enough of them to really justify that.
Any 2 or 3 color deck is like 16 lands, all at rare. So anyway, I had to go on the Alchemy tangent at some point, and starting at the beginning.
That's a good explanation because I wasn't entirely sure what it was. I had only heard people complain that Alchemy exists, being honest.
Yeah, and like the it's very like I understand what they're trying to do, and to me there's 2 different types of problems. Like there's the problem of there's the problems that are like that I don't think your Alchemy cards have a theme. Why are you shotgun throwing 50 of them, like, without any cohesive theme on them into your digital space instead of being like, let's try to do something coherent with Innistrad on them. And then there's the side of it that's just like, this is being deployed in the worst possible way.
Yeah.
And like,
it's creating more problems than it's solving.
Yeah, and it's fun in the sense like here's an Alchemy only card that I love. I have a huge love for Suntail Squadron because it makes me think I'm playing MTG Battlegrounds, where I'm just going Suntail Hawk,
Suntail Hawk,
Suntail
Hawk, Suntail Hawk.
Just that's the game. And there are a number of like of these digital only cards that are hits, you know. But then there's, let me see if I can find the miss, the one that I think of and go, what the fuck are you doing? I need to go to. All right, hi, my name is Grizzled Huntmaster. I'm just gonna read
8 lines of text. Okay.
I'm gonna read this one aloud. When Grizzled Huntmaster enters the battlefield, you may exile a creature card from your hand. If you do, search your hand and library for any number of cards with the same name as them. Exile them. Then shuffle. Choose a creature card you own from outside the game. Conjure a duplicate of that card into your hand for each card exiled from your hand this way.
This reads draw 4.
No. Number 1, you need to take a correspondence course in this card in order to understand what the card does. That's my first problem with it. Every single person I've ever heard has not read this correct, even myself. I've missed it like 6 times.
It puts all 4 of them into your hand. Right?
No, conjure a duplicate of that card into your hand for each card exiled from your hand.
Oh, okay. So this would basically just replace 1 then.
Now, here's the second question. Why does this exile from my deck?
That's a good question. I don't know. The deck part of it doesn't interact with this at all.
Right. Strange MD, thank you very much for the sub. Yeah, I can exile all of the creatures out of my deck for some reason. Like, this is a card that reads to me like it was supposed to be like a sideboarding thing where like you swap all of one for all of the other. And then they realized something late where they decided it was wrong and didn't do the deck replacement, but didn't change the card.
This is a card off of the Questing Beast text generator.
Yeah. Also, another thing about this card that makes me just annoyed at it. This is a merchant. It's a goddamn merchant. It's not as powerful as a merchant in Eternal Card Game. In Eternal Card Game, you can swap out a land for your merchant. This has to do a creature, but fuck, man. The merchants were the worst part change it into eternal. But anyway, yeah, there are a lot of there are a number of hits in the digital only cards, and then just some wild misses. Can I search by Alchemy? Yeah. Yeah, I can. Okay, hold on. There's a new Tybalt hanging out here. That's nifty.
Well, I guess in the nonsense format that people don't like, that is where a new Tybalt should belong.
Yeah. There's a bunch in here I know I haven't read either. There's another spider.
Oh, this Ishkana is alchemy only and online only.
Yes. And it
Oh,
has
that's unfortunate.
and it has a spell book.
Oh, right, this
Which is like,
is just a bunch of spiders.
yeah, it's discover a spider. Basically. But yeah, it's anyway. All right. That's Let's go Crimson Vow.
Keep playing until you reach 3 match losses. Alright, so the last time that I was here for this, we discovered that blood was incredibly real. Do you think that everyone else has discovered that blood is incredibly real yet? And so it's less viable to go for blood all the time?
I believe so. My understanding of the format is that people have figured out that red and black are very powerful. And sometimes the colors can be overdrafted, meaning that you want to jump over to,
Yeah.
like, you know, if you can make blue work, it's got a lot of good parts. It takes some work to get it to come together. Green has some very powerful individual cards, but it's not as deep as the other colors. Like white is just kind of a very solid color. Yeah, green is secret bad. Yeah, green's problem is just not being deep enough. There's powerful. We're not getting the 8th. Okay. Blue Eye being able to rule the sky. Yeah, that's another.
Yeah, we saw how strong
Yeah.
is in the previous one, so that makes perfect sense. There you go.
All right. We got Ascendant Pack Leader, which is.
I recognized at least one name on that list of drafters here. That doesn't matter because drafting isn't like, you don't play in the pool you did, but still.
No, ooh, I love Fellstinger. This one's very good.
Yeah, because this is a 3-mana draw, like by itself, in and on itself, just on its face, with nothing on the board. It's 3-mana Read the Bones, right?
Yep.
Basically.
Yeah.
And then you can also turn it into instead sacrificial whatever, and like keep a 3/2 with you.
Voltaire Visionary is very good as a 3/1 with a lot of upside. So Garden's Imprisonment, good removal. Witness the Future is like fine. The Gift of Fangs and Flame Breather are also pretty good things. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm Fellstinger. That sounds good. Undead Butler.
Mill 3. May exile it, return target. Okay, and then if it dies, you can pick something up.
Yep. Attack with exactly 2 creatures, transform Alluring Suitor. Becomes a 3/3 transform.
And the transform gives you that. Okay, that's kind of neat, actually.
Yeah. Then we've got Rottide Gargantua as another.
5-mana Flashbag Marauder, kind of.
Yeah.
That is a 5/4, so like it wears its cost well, but
Butler also like plays well with the Stinger and the if we were able to get Gargantuan. I kind of like the black here.
Going heavily into exploit sounds cool. I'm assuming exploit is black blue.
It is black blue.
Right, that makes sense. I could see it being black green as well, but I'm pretty sure black green was the.
We can grab ourselves the Butler. That might be a little. Ooh, hello. Early
We
enough.
saw how good catapult fodder was once.
Yep. We got the chainsaw. Here we have the like Mind Leech Ghoul. Here's another card that really likes to be sacked. And here's another like good exploit card. This card's very good as just being a 1/5 as well.
Yeah, it doesn't actually need to do anything by itself aside from be what its type line, because this is a format that has a fair number of things that have more power than toughness and everything.
Yeah, and not just in like black green, which is what it wants, but like white has a number of these like defensive creatures, the 2/3 with lifelink.
Yeah, importantly, it also keeps us in black right now.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Desperate Farmer's pretty good.
And the Festivities, Ridge Wolf. The red, there's a lot of red here, but none of it's like huge.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of red here because there were better cards in the other colors for them to take.
We got Desperate Farmer. We got our friend, the Minister. This one's funky because like it can be good if we end up with a number of vampires, but right now we actually are all zombies, which is weird.
The card is weird because that looks like it should be an instant.
Yes, especially the +1/+0.
Yeah.
I can just grab the.
I guess the vampire one on it, that's pretty powerful for if that was an instant.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's a red 3-mana card, you know? Those are allowed to do damage to creatures.
Blood Hypnotist can't block. Whenever you sack a blood token, target creature can't block. Okay.
Light Monstrosity is a 6-mana 5/5 with Ward 2, but can also activate if you. I tried only if you own a card in exile. Huh.
Weird.
That's a funky rider on that.
Just grab the Socialite and again keep in black X, where black is completely ours.
Because, yeah, the Socialite's a perfectly fine card.
Yeah. Hypnotist is the other I like there, but alright. We're now being pushed out.
Yeah, you're now being forced to choose a second color, at least for now.
So Sigarda's Imprisonment is pretty good to see here. Belligerent Guest I like. Wedding Invitation, the Scob. Obviously we don't have anything immediate to grab with the Scob, but like we will get things for the Scob. Kind of want to grab this Imprisonment because this just feels like it shouldn't be here. Okay. Binding Geist. Might just grab the skeleton to grab one of these skeletons. I'm not huge on anything else here. I have a very high opinion of the skeleton that exists in Persistent Specimen. Like,
there's some good bones going on in that bones, and I appreciate them.
Yeah.
Crunchy.
Ooh.
Get to Fangs is actually pretty good.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with something like that.
It's better than I was expecting this late in black.
Yeah.
You know?
And hell, Mind Leech Ghoul also works well with like turn 1, turn 2. Not a card I'd be unhappy to see a little bit. I will splash
Imprisonment.
I will splash white for just this card. And I may do it too.
Ragged Recluse is okay, if I remember right? Like,
yeah,
this is the one that turns into the witch.
Yeah, we need a few more blood things, which we don't have, but obviously we will find just being in black.
Yeah. And the 2 white cards you have also generate blood, so...
They do.
Amazingly, I think you're in the right colors right now, which I would not have expected.
I'm just gonna grab the Mind Leech Ghoul with the specimen actually is cool. None of these are really huge. Sure.
Hey, Sorin again. So, there's other cards in here, but you do
yeah.
have Sorin again, and that's nice.
So, cool bit with Sorin. Sorin will make us some creatures that have more toughness than power.
Yep.
Other bits in here I like seeing. Honestly, not too much for what we currently have. Black X, which means we can be anything else. Blood Tithe is a good card, but not Sorin.
Yeah, the problem is just that this is a pack that only has 2 black cards in it.
Yes.
And 1 multicolor card that is half black.
So, pretty... Cobbled Lancer's a good one. I like this one. But let's,
Under my watch, neither vampire nor human will go extinct.
Thanks, Togusa.
What is this nonsense?
It's a slow 3/6 with vigilance that grants vigilance.
That also hands off. The problem is I don't care about Grizzly Ritual, and like this is fine, but I basically don't care about the pack, so I'm willing to speculate.
Black. This was like 3 cards, like 3 packs in a row that just there were no black cards at all.
Yeah, at least Gift of Fangs is...
it's just, you can see though that this one is super packed because there's 6 red cards in it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, the color balance on these 3 packs have been wild.
Yep.
That's actually going to be really annoying because it's going to, like, kind of force other players to pick up the black cards in here before you can get them. Oh, these are reverse versions of those,
yeah.
Of those, previous tap lands that were 2 or less.
So these are like, kind of like Glacial Fortress and Friends.
Yeah.
I don't... Sure, what if I splash for this idiot thing? I don't know. Okay, now the color balance is back. No.
Get Rog Monster Decks.
Traveler?
You do have a fair number of exploit cards. Oh, wait. Nope, that's not when you sacrifice a creature. That is, this thing becomes... Okay. That's an abyss until someone decides, I don't want to sacrifice something, and then you get a reasonable creature out of it.
Yeah. Ooh.
That's pretty cool. Doran, but small.
The cool thing about this is that it's not Doran in the sense of how Doran works.
Oh, right. It's you control.
And also, it is only creatures who would benefit from the effect.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool.
So
I actually didn't see that again. Yeah.
Yeah, makes it a much more playable. What do you do?
I guess it's worth noting that if I did ever dig up my Ishkana deck, that card would probably go into it because spiders on average have much bigger butts than they have power. This guy looks like they were going to put him into Kaldheim and then forgot to put him into the deck, into the game
Yeah, I don't know.
for like 3 sets. Our creature an opponent controls gets -2/-2 until end of turn if that opponent controls no other creatures.
Yeah.
It's kind of a weird thing to be on a 4-mana card.
I'm just gonna grab a creature with toughness. Now that we know that we have that.
Socialite is back.
Sure.
Not that bad. We were already playing one. You probably don't really want to play the second one. That's going to be bad for curve, but it's a playable card at least. Well, we weren't even really considering playing the second one, yet here's the third. Okay.
Oh.
Geist
Geist.
or blocks, sacrifice it, and then it turns into something else.
There goes Geist of Saint Draft.
Oh. Oh, it makes anything Geist of Saint
Yeah.
Draft without the hexproof. So. A card that's draw 2, lose 2, create blood. That looks like. Sorry, we destroyed your village. Here's some blood.
Here's some blood.
Reparations 3.
I want some more. I want to be able to play these. I want like an Evolving Wilds, and I want a bit more at 2 and 3. Also, for a black deck, we have no removal.
Sure do.
Okay, that
there's something.
That
Okay,
fixes
there you
that
go.
problem. Okay, thank you.
-13.
Instant.
Oh, an instant. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
That's actually much better than I thought it was.
Yeah, and then like maybe we get back. There's like 5 playables in here for us. Yeah, I passed up 1 6-mana kill spell. Because I don't think the card's good. This is a lot better now that we have.
Maybe on
The,
a 1/4, huh? Okay.
also,
You do also still.
just
Ooh, a braid. Rending flame.
yeah.
Okay.
Doom to center. Probably fine just getting more things on 2.
It's looking more and more likely you're not getting that Evolving Wilds.
Yeah. Which makes playing Sigarda's Imprisonment a little hard, which sucks because it's our main removal piece.
Yeah, because you'd probably have to include like 3 planes to play those reliably.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So I love that the only thing that changes is like Panicked Bystander just gains the like the death touch and then like the huge stats. Like you still gain life. I don't really care about any of these. Okay. Damn.
If something was going to come back between those two, which it's unlikely anything will, because that was the only black card left in it.
The 1/13.
It would have been that one, because
Yeah.
another green player is going to want the removal.
Yes, easily. Sorin's like fine. This is awkward.
It's a bit split on what it wants to do. Hey, you can throw a dog at something pretty effectively. That's got 3 toughness.
Okay. Getting some cards that improve things a little bit at the end here. I do not think we're able to
Okay,
play this. Which sucks, because our removal is very bad without them. It's okay. We'll just kind of have to deal with
Got
it.
the gifts, and you can use the Massive Mites as removal if you have to.
Ha!
Oh, it came back.
Wow.
Oh, cool. All right.
All right.
All right. So I guess every other black player at the table was playing a separate color as well.
So we're black-green deck with a big butts theme with Sorin. Yes, weird.
I
didn't mean to do
kind of
that.
like just what we ended up get. You know, it's just one of those things that you end up getting that because that's what the game showed you.
It handed me Sorin, and then I decided to bet on this thing.
Which I guess you may as well play it, right? Like,
I mean,
this is going to put a not insignificant amount of power onto the table eventually.
Yeah.
Our first pick was the Scorpion, it's worth noting.
Yes.
And I feel like that was still pretty correct. That Scorpion's good.
I do have 2 Gift of Fangs. Okay, that's a little better than I thought.
You did, yeah. The problem is, of course, though, is that against, like...
Yeah, there are certain decks where...
That's only effective against, like, 2/3 of all cards in the format, because there's a lot of vampires.
The hope is that the red decks have some wolves. We get to throw that on.
Yeah.
You
have at least a couple of vampires to put it on yourself if you needed those instead.
Yes. Not a ton, but...
That's a 3-mana draw too. And like those are pretty solid.
Yep.
Especially in limited.
One of the things I'm thinking about with respect to earlier picks is that grabbing the Gargantua over the Butler might have been more important to have the big exploit wanter before we had the exploitable bit. But anyway, all right, we got like a mana base.
Yeah, that's a not bad mana base. A single dual land and a reasonable split between colors.
$17 and 7, and we're 9-7 in a duel.
That feels like I specifically because it got the 3 double black cards, especially.
Yeah, because
swapping over to that.
If we can't play Sorin on 4, things are very bad for us. Like,
yes, if you have Sorin in your hand, you cannot play him on 4. That's something really. A mistake has occurred.
Yep. So, and the only thing we really have to play early are these wolves. The wolves actually improve with Lumberknot because they have the toughness on our turn, so they'll become a 4/4 attacker with Lumberknot around.
And also on our turn, we could toss them into our opponent's face with catapult fodder if we had to.
All right. Overall, we have like one like major bomb of a card, and then just sort of a deck.
And of course, you're looking at a hand that cannot play Sorin, but all at the same time, you also don't have Sorin. You've got that discussion in your hand, so it's not that big of a deal, actually.
Also, creature with more toughness than power.
Yep. And something to kill with Gift of Fangs if we had to, but that's also only a 1/2. Hi, Sorin.
Hey, Sorin. 2 lands off the top to not draw Sorin. That's...
Oh. Well, that's a better target for Gift of Fangs.
Yeah. No thanks. So. Also, yeah, this is a vampire, by the way. Don't. That's the reason I didn't.
Oh, right, sorry. White. White usually doesn't get vampires. I wasn't paying attention to that. Is Undead Butler picks up a creature or picks up a
Creature.
card? Creature, okay.
Not even sure how much I want to kill Thalia here rather than just like draw up.
That's completely fair too. I don't think the Thalia is actually all that threatening right now.
Right, like I have a
is the
1/5.
Yeah. I could definitely see it being threatening later,
But
but
this
not
is,
necessarily right now.
this is good.
Yeah. Innocent Traveler is going to give him a little bit of pressure unless they choose to just let it
That
flip.
flips.
In which case you've got... Yeah. Flips the fodder. And on top of that, if it does flip, it becomes a flyer, which they probably don't want to have happen, right?
So they're gonna draw some card. Hello? Alright.
Amazingly...
Yeah.
You if you did draw the phalanx at some point, you'd be at 16 damage. 17 damage already. Nope. I have to keep counting up. It'd be 18.
19, 20.
I'm sorry, everybody.
1 million damage. Sure.
13 Chains shook his head. 15 Chains ain't got time for this.
Sure, a lot of blood. You can't attack anymore. You're also tapped out, so... Obviously, they want blood for Bloodcaster.
Flips on 4 of them, is it?
5.
Yeah.
Of course, this gets them a 3rd blood. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. I see a problem here. I can't just let them have the sack outlet anymore. Can't give to Fangs it because it is a vampire.
Tapper. That's a big tapper, jeez.
I think I have to throw this away.
That's unfortunate, but you do what you gotta do.
Yeah. I can't leave. We'll die if this stays on board.
And at least it's still 3 damage. It's not nothing, you know? Like, it did do something.
Yeah. Hopefully they don't, like, draw ways to make more blood. Sure. That takes a long time before that becomes a true threat. Okay.
Not a bad set of things to just dig past either.
Yeah, because I can, like, pick up the wolf, replay the wolf. Like, we can start trying to drain them down.
Mm-hmm.
That might, yep.
Let them swing past.
It's fine.
Only for 2 at the moment, though, so that's okay. Not a big deal.
So that's a 4th blood.
That's more blood.
So if they get 1 more blood, they're open. Yeah, we were mono black for a pack and a half.
Yeah, and then there was a choice of kind of the most interesting card there was green, and then there was a bunch of other stuff that wasn't interesting. So just picked the green card.
Yeah. Okay.
Desperate Farmer from Flips, does it get lifelink? Is that a thing?
Has it on both sides, but you
Okay, yeah, but as a 4/3, it's got much more relevant lifelink now.
against this board, yes. Take action, please. And I want the wolf.
If they're gonna get the blood anyway,
They're only on 4 blood right now. They can't make the 5th.
you have a second butler, so you can wait to pick this one up.
Sure.
With that one and get the dog now. The dog is immediately playable if you wanted to, as part of it.
Yeah.
So it's better use of your mana, per se.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Sure. Slowly building up to get over the captain. So if they ever find a way to make the 5th blood, we just start ignoring the fact and trying to, like, deal with it. I don't know. I don't know how. The problem is, like, I feel like we lose that game, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's completely reasonable. I think the main way you win is that you draw your 113 soon. Right? Like...
Sure. They haven't realized that they can kill us with the blood fountain. They should, but they haven't. The Tapper is not a vampire, but it is a 2/5, and I can only give -4 to it. Also, killing it is a bad idea.
All right, so have to do that. You would need the turns to really pull off killing them from this board state. You're very close to it already, but you need the turns to come up, and that's...
It's becoming an issue.
Yeah. You're gonna super have to throw something at them every single turn at this point, and that's only if they, like, don't notice what they can pull off.
One thing that is funny is that they have the 5th counter. They've had it for 4 turns. They just refuse to use it.
Exile a card from a graveyard. I'm gonna assume that's just gonna get rid of the Sorin.
It also cares about the card type to make 1/1 tokens.
Oh, okay, fair, yeah.
So they might just target a land or a creature. Planeswalker.
If they're gonna target a creature, they're gonna go for your, I guess, actually, that they might not want to go for the best creature in your grave at the moment. No, I guess they did. Never mind.
Alright.
Because, honestly, I guess that's a card that would have killed you if you played it at this point, so... I guess that's fine.
No more blood. Huh.
Huh.
I think we just block sack here.
Yeah, sure, why not? Eat the attack out of it.
Well, I don't want the life gain.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
eat an attack out of it, as in you don't let them actually attack. They finally noticed that they should do that.
Yeah.
Like, correct. You've chosen correct at this point. It's just that was the correct move like 4 turns in a row.
Cannot sack itself.
Yeah.
This is the tiny predator strike. We might kill them if they alpha.
Because you could Massive Might onto... Well, I guess it's just that they wouldn't have enough power to kill you with if they decide to swing out.
And then we crash back because they've tapped out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, they've decided to go for it.
Are you that sure that I'm dead?
They've got 1 card in hand. They have no onboard tricks for this.
I'm taking 6.
What can they do to give them 4 more damage? I guess it doesn't matter. This is what you have to do regardless, but... And if they could kill you from 6, then they could kill you if you left one of these back, kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. So obviously, killing the Bloodcaster is going to be fine here.
They're just letting this happen? They've got a follow-up play, right? Like, they have to make this viable as a thing to do.
Problem is I can't kill on the crackback.
So you have 1, 5, 7, 9 damage. You can plus 2 for 11. Yeah, okay, you're one short, huh?
So they can Blood Fountain to pick up their thing. Yep. Oh, fuck. This is a million blockers. Okay.
Oh, right.
Right. Okay.
I actually did figure out how you would have been able to do the enough damage to kill them last turn if they hadn't done all this. Because there would have been a toughness bonus of massive might as well as a power bonus, so you actually would have done 17 damage.
Flinging something.
But again, that's only if... Oh wait,
Yeah.
does the efficient have vigilance? Was that always there?
Is what a vigilance? Yes, it always has.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice that. Never mind. You weren't able to do the damage with the correct damage. The tree does help.
Yeah. That was a long game. One.
Sure was.
We definitely got to see Gift of Fangs be the deadest card in the universe. That sucked. that was quite tragic. Yeah, but I don't think I've seen it deader than here. Where, like, not only is it, like, literally useless on the board, Thalia's here to, like, laugh at you for having it. Alright. I was setting up most of that game in case we drew the 13 toughness to win.
Yeah, that was our biggest out for sure.
Like, put them at...
Oh, missing bones.
Missing
They're
bones.
missing bones. Two-lander with
To... Sure.
playables. Sure, it's not bad.
This looks fine. Yeah.
Three-lander. All right, better.
We only need one green for the deck, so... What the fuck?
I follow you again.
What the fuck?
You're a rare, right? Like, people aren't necessarily supposed to always have you. I mean, this time at least, she's a much easier target for Gift, right?
Yes.
Like, there's nothing here in this on this board that is dissuading you from killing Thalia, Guardian of Thraben, finally. You could also try to swing into Massive Might through it instead if you feel like that's more valuable.
It's only +2.
Yeah. I mean, it would have worked. It would work, but it's not like a lot. It's not like really more damage exactly. It's just an alternative way to kill it. That's all.
Let's get a card out of their hand.
And you can easily just double block her now instead.
Yes. Oh, shit.
Well, theirs is pretty good.
So the egg comes back end of turn. Fuck.
Yeah, maybe it's worth just turning that into a 2/2 at some point. Or, well, no, you have the Massive Might to counter it.
Yeah, it's massive might.
Yeah. This should probably happen pretty much always, I think. At the very least, as bad as it is, you can still deal with every card on their table.
Mm-hmm.
They're fine with this 1.5 for 1, I guess.
Yeah. Fuck, everyone have these? Alright. So they can play creatures off the top of their deck every turn now.
I think you would die pretty quick if you just played him on here.
I think I need this off the table. I can't let them just play creatures off the top of their deck.
They didn't play anything. That's a really good sign for us.
Okay. Sure.
They played a thankfully relatively low number of flyers for blue-white deck so far.
Yeah.
I am vengeance, bloody and righteous.
Anyway.
You fight for me now.
Let's play Defend the Sorin for a little while.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I just +2/+2 my flyer here.
I guess it depends on what they do in response, right? Like, if it's nothing, then yeah, it's good. Get you some plenty more life back, and
You wish to know my secrets? Very well.
not really, honestly, Sorin. I kind of don't.
I'm surprised they didn't exploit either.
Hey, a zombie's not a vampire, right? Those are vampires too.
Yeah, these are killable.
And I'm just saying that your vampire tokens also can just get +2/+2 if you want them to.
Servant.
Mm-hmm.
I'm busy.
At the moment, I'm just gonna play this game.
Mm-hmm. The game of I've got a walker that's generating dudes every turn, so well, every 2 to 3 turns.
Yeah, good luck. And drawing cards in the off turns.
Yeah.
Yes, good.
Sorin is voiced by Crispin Freeman. And this is only really relevant because they decided to make this version of Sorin every media vampire there's ever been.
Call for dire tactics.
Because that's the voice of Alucard and Helsing.
That's pretty funny.
Mm. He is also Alucard in Symphony of the Night, etc. Because of the artist on that one version.
Right. Alright. Sorin just gonna keep on Sorin here. Weird how this card will single-handedly win this game. Oh!
That's excellent.
Yeah, reveal that skeleton.
Look at my cool bones.
Nothing on Innistrad is free.
Especially not this cool skeleton.
It costs 1 mana.
Yeah, that last game, if you had been able to play Sorin at any time, that would have been a much easier game.
Okay, alright. Thanks, Sorin.
Thanks, Sorin.
I appreciate it. Nothing is Innistrad is free. This skeleton costs 1 black mana. This is a PlayStation, a black disc. P-Silo?
Whoa, wait, hold on a second. He's upside down 9. Oh no!
Silo, what? Like,
you have a.
oh.
This is actually fine as well, I guess, because you got the Descender and Butler.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a 9 back. What is happening? Skeleton? Okay.
You can Skeleton and Butler next turn. That's just good use of mana.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Sorin.
Hey, Sorin. Good, and we have the Catapulter to buy back. Alright, I'm just gonna play Sorin on 4. Sure.
Wait.
I
Do you
bring
plus
order
Sorin
to
instead
this
of making the
broken world.
flyer? You probably just make the flyer, right?
The shock can hit planeswalkers in this set, right?
I think that maybe. Maybe. I mean, that's a good ass card actually to reveal here too.
Blood for knowledge.
It's a good play for next
a
turn.
fair trade.
Yeah. I want Dormant Grove with Sorin's token.
Even if both of them hit Sorin here, it still wouldn't put it into shock range.
Yeah. What the fuck?
All right, so
Okay.
that's a 3/4 flyer with lifelink dot bench. Okay.
Ha! Are you fucking ready?
Oh boy. Sorry, opponent, but we drew real good. That's a good ass card. Jesus Christ. Henrika, specifically, that's a good ass card, is what I mean.
You fight for me now.
I want the 3 toughness on Sorin. I want not dead to shock. That's our kill spell. Okay. That is a creature with menace.
It's a creature with menace.
My
You can afford to
ways
waste
are
time.
not for the weak.
Is the way I'd put it. It's not that big of a deal right now.
Yeah.
Especially if you just put the Dissenter and the Butler in front of it, then all of a sudden, bam, you actually get double value off of it. Not a big
Right.
deal.
And I can buy back.
And you can put the and the skeleton too, so you can just triple block and deal 3 damage.
It'll be a 5/5 if it's fully on. Okay, so they get to remove one of my better options. They get to remove my catapult fodder. That's pretty good again. It's the Butler.
Mm-hmm.
The Traveler is going to make their Doomed Traveler die a bunch. This card's pretty good. It's got Death Touch. Okay. So eat a blood.
You could also put the persistent skeleton in front of it first, so you have a recurring blocker as well.
Something like this.
Yeah. And then next time you can put the specimen in front of it again and the butler, and then just pick up the center again, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And then of course they have to sack something at the start of every one of our turns, unless they let this transform. That's pretty good too. That can get rid of stuff. Well, it can make something into a 0/1, which means Death Touch doesn't work anymore.
Yes. And then
I really like how this deck right now has been functioning off of completely being off green.
they also have Giant Strength or Flyer.
Yeah.
That might be better.
There's a number of different ways you can deal with all of this, and it's like you're not really under an enormous amount of pressure.
Nothing on Innistrad is free.
This massive might spell costs 1 green mana.
Just noting. Sorin's ult is on 7.
Mhm.
And it is end of the game.
One that's definitely hard to get to, though.
Yeah.
Starting at 3 and it's at a +1 each turn. That's a minimum of 5 turns to keep.
We've had it.
Around.
If I plussed every turn and didn't make that minus, we would be at it.
Yeah.
But I also wouldn't have.
But at the same time, it also wouldn't. They would be. At
Holy
like,
shit!
7 life.
Okay, they're that.
They're desperate. If they're doing that without using it for the socialite, yeah, they're desperate. They're also hovering over their cards and I'm like, okay, what can I do right now?
Yep. I've been plussing because I want to see. I've been plussing because I'm digging for forest to try to, turn on our
to get more
our board. Also to keep Sorin out of burn range.
Mm. They are playing red. Burn is always a threat.
To keep.
Now I feel like they might actually just be wasting time.
I trust that my mirror is just thinking.
I hope so, but I don't know what would require
Combat math, combat math with a trick, perhaps.
I guess, yeah, trick math is the main thing. Especially since they now have the 1/0/1 scavenger, which if they did pump that anyway. What if they have the +1/+0 and they've got the vampire bite? What if that's what they're actually thinking about what they should do things with here?
Okay. So we play our skeleton back, and then they're gonna go and sack something to the traveler. Okay, no, they did have it. Okay.
Dire times call for dire tactics.
All right, so I know that there's one swamp in your grave at the start of the game, and there's one forest. So that means that there's only...
There are 6 green sources in the deck.
There are 6 green sources left in the deck, and there's only, 3 black sources left? From that perspective, where you're twice as likely to, you weren't that much more likely to draw green versus black. It makes sense that this could happen. Yeah, I guess if you're gonna make full use of your mana, you can Innocent Traveler and put the specimen back on board this turn. Want to make another vampire instead of going for the plus?
Yeah.
You can deal with my servant. I'm busy.
Oh!
Buddy.
Oh, after the land play too. Oh.
Sorry, buddy. At least, well, that's until the end of your next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll at least get to play the Evolving Wilds to get their other mountain that they've been wanting. All right, so between the blood and the plus, you're gonna draw a forest finally, right?
There we go.
Yes, there it is. There's your forest.
Fucking finally.
At long last. Yeah, now we're fully online at long goddamn last. Holy shit.
With this
Again, though, I'm impressed at how well this deck has functioned purely off of just black. And I know that that's entirely because of Sorin, but still.
It's all Sorin. Thanks, Sorin. Thorin. All right, I beat the mirror match. The dark mirror. Not that they were actually.
Yeah, the dark mirror where both of you were on mono black basically for like 12 turns running.
Like what was their bomb? Who was there? Yeah, yes, they needed, of course. They must have had a Chandra.
Yeah,
that they didn't have double red for, and they were like off all game.
Or that like there's a decent red dragon in this, right? Too. So might have been
yes. Sorin is here to drive the jalopy to the finish line, indeed. Oh wait, yeah, we saw their hell bomb, right? They played it.
Oh yeah, the black bomb was extremely good.
And then we drew the one piece of Then we drew the one piece of removal in our deck. This is an awkward one. I kind of need Gift of Fangs to deal with early plays. Okay. Thank you, Butler. Screw it. They love making bad spider spawnings. This one at least.
Spider spawning was really good though, so.
Yeah. Oh, fucking. I cannot believe this card exists. I just. Instant compulsive research. Combat trick me.
Reads out basic land?
Yeah. Combat trick me, please. Yeah, we have Innocent Traveler down there. Yeah, this is basic instead of any, but still, like, it's in the running for, like, one of the most powerful option things that exist in this set.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's still exceptional.
It's actually nice because making a 1/1 actually cuts it pretty hard. Okay. Attack. And we have an edict every turn if we want. Okay. Just giving me it, huh? This creature needs to die.
Well, it's a human wizard. You have Gift of Fangs in your hand.
Yeah. Weird. Oh, right. I thought it was I control a human, because it's been a while since I've even read this. This is awkward, because I don't know how much... Okay, never mind.
Your draws of it were in fact extremely good.
Yeah. You do in fact like to see it. Take 3. We need to play Sorin and start getting life linkers down. Sorin will get killed by the Skulker, but we need to do it.
If all Sorin is a 4-mana 2/3 flyer with lifelink, that's not that bad. But also gain 3 life.
You can deal with my servant. I'm busy.
Okay. That was what I was thinking about doing last turn, and it was the reason I killed this before. But the answer is nah. I'm good. Okay, kill Sorin.
Excuse my sudden egress.
Man, that Phalanx is gonna be the Abyss pretty hard later, huh? Do you want to gain an additional life now, or do you want to have some that can attack as a 13/13 the next turn?
The problem is I get a lot of damage off of this play right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's the issue. How many spiders are they on? 4? I kind of want a life gain more is the other issue.
Yeah, that's the concern, is just that the life gain might be completely legit as more valuable than having an extremely powerful creature next turn.
Fuck.
Oh, so Ancient Lumberknot specifically also reads out as combat damage?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep. Okay. They gain a small amount of health. Hand on the table, huh?
It's not a bad move. It does put a lifelinker on the board.
Here's the question. Do they have it? +2/+2. No,
They don't.
they do not. And we're about to gain too much life for them to stop anymore. They shouldn't have sacked the... That was the incorrect block. I don't... Like, I mean, I guess taking 5 also sucks. But, like, they can just sack this to make, like... 1, 2, 3... It's only 4 spiders, but that's 4 blockers. Plus the possible mill. It says that on the card, but you have to +1... The number it says on the card is wrong. Obviously, it's correct right now, but, like, if this Vile Spawn Spider is in play and it says 3, it's always lying to you. Because pay 2 green, sack, then it adds a creature. I've fallen for that math before, and now I always mentally +1 whatever number I see on there, which is really...
so
it's weird, you know, but...
Yeah. Because as part of the cost, you have to sacrifice it, which means the trigger happens after the cost has been paid.
Yeah.
Right? And so it counts that it's in the grave at that point.
Yeah. So the one in play will always lie to you. So the spider in the grave will always tell the truth. The spider in play will always lie.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. All right.
Dengar. That. Not bad.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Damn
and
good looking.
Finally, we have mana like colors.
Yep.
At the start of a game.
Yep.
And were we on the play or the? Okay, we are on the play. Excellent.
There's no difference between playing this and not playing it.
Because you could just wait until turn 3 to play it, and it would still be untapped.
The reason I played it is in case we drew Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Because Wolf would be like a more aggressive 2-drop. Oh my god, alright.
They have nothing on board yet. Even though we've actually got a reasonably aggressive, not really reasonably aggressive, it's not that aggressive, but
yeah, we need
you've got creatures to play and they can swing in.
Yeah. This card is funky. It's very hard to, like, immediately evaluate. Oh, hi. Can't block,
Can't block. So I guess it just swing right through it.
Sure.
They do have 2 blood tokens to do that activation on it now.
Good. This card is... So, the thing about this card that's, like, generally, this card, like, read the first line of text, it's, like, one of the worst cards to play in Limited. 2 blood's a lot of damn blood.
Yeah, it's a lot of resources, and it's also dig 2 for initial mana if you want. Oh, they are full blood deck. Okay.
All right.
On the other hand, you've got a butler that can grab the the guy. Although you don't have that many butts larger than a power if you grab them and play them.
Yeah, I have enough to do it though.
Okay, fair enough.
We go. This is just me fishing for damage. Because every point matters.
Mm. Yeah, I fully expect that they have no intent on blocking that Undead Butler.
No, that's why I'm leaving it back as a way of making sure this 5/5 can't come in. What I want to draw is actually one of our exploiters. Exploit the butler.
Entirely. The Scorpion is your best.
Yes. I would take
Draw to probably get the land.
Yeah. Wouldn't hate ripping a card out of their hand either, just because it would. Wow. Alright, 2 land.
Both lands.
Then that's
pretty good result.
That works. That's good. They didn't play a land first. So that's their land drops for 2 turns. Should we have looted the skeleton with the blood? The fuck?
What did they just play? Did something that does 1 damage to everything?
Yeah. Alright. This is funky, but I believe it's correct. Obviously, I could just choose to have the power in play. But I really want catapult fodder.
All right, they've got something. Oh, no, that's just whether or not they want to use the blood dial.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Now. I don't think I'm blocking next turn. Well, If I was, it would be Wolf and Catapult. Okay. Sure. That'll flip easy. Yep. I need their last cards to be a little dead here. Okay. This rules. All right. So there's the 13. They can gain back 1. But now we have Vigilance and large butts.
Those are both very powerful here.
And unhallowed phalanx. Oh fuck.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
They're gonna eat that, right? Like,
It can't eat itself.
no, they're gonna eat it with something else, I mean.
Oh fuck.
Or,
Uh-oh.
or
Uh-oh.
it's just treachery.
Betrayal.
That's 12 damage coming at you. That's it's 14 damage coming at you.
Betrayal.
That's the kind of like
That
game you
rules.
don't
I love
lose
it.
in because that rules.
That fucking, like,
every time.
that rules. Not only so the mention somebody I think Huzzah said like eat your skeleton to this, and the moment you said that, yes, that would have been a better way to like get the skeleton into rotation. And then the skeleton blew up, and I was like, oh no, the skeleton blew up. But like this rules. That's how
Double
aggressive
betrayal.
they are. This is how aggressive
Yes,
they
that's
are.
extremely aggressive. Yeah.
So yeah, the hope was we could just play out the 13 toughness and fling it at them next turn.
Yeah. You were 2 turns away from winning there.
Yeah.
Is the way I put it. But they were, of course, 2 turns quicker on
Yeah.
killing you, which makes sense.
I did like the 4-drop. Just poof, here's a 3/6. Vigilance your team. Vigilance your team seems really good.
Oh, can't keep this.
You're
Unless
hilarious.
you're very, very, very willing to draw 2 swamps running, you can't keep this. Yeah.
This
That's
is fine. Let me put a swamp down. This hand looks fine. I like having farmer.
Mhm.
When Sorin's not on screen, indeed. Sure.
Boros.
They are the beatdown, huh? Okay.
Boros is just straight up a color combo I have not seen in this format yet. I'm assuming it's like Boros in every other format, basically, but...
They have, the blood gives them a lot more longevity. And then they also have, like, the disturb stuff, which gives them, like it's very good, is the, what I would say about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that it's good. I'm just saying I hadn't seen it.
Yeah. Agreed. I think I've only seen it, like, once or twice here on... Okay. Well...
You can put down the farmer with the intent of letting the dog die, so the farmer gets on the back of the undead dog and rides around as a knight.
Yeah.
Or you can put the Geist down as a creature that can just block the things that are on the table already.
I get to attack with this.
I think both are good options.
We get a blood from this.
Gluttonous Guest, not Gluttonous Geist. That would be different.
Yes. Just dual handing those. Damn. Yep, that they fit the glutton. It's just let's go. Look at how huge those things are too. Let's roll. Blood for blood. I'll take 1 extra damage to not be blown up by a trick. Oh, fuck. You ever want to fucking get murdered by a card?
Feels that is dealt that much. Oh fuck. Okay. Oh Jesus
The
Christ.
backside is the end of the game.
That what the hell?
So the front side is like a little more expensive Boros Reckoner. That's fine. That's fair. The backside is the game is over.
Why doesn't have fire breathing on top of that?
I don't fucking know. Because rares in this set are like... So this time I played the skeleton because I know I've got a lot of things to blood here. And I want a junk to throw to the farmer.
Yeah. So...
They just
man.
pass, like, flip it.
Pass, flip it is deadly. Yeah, like...
Yeah.
We also wouldn't be able to do anything about that unless we drew a cheap thing and then blooded out another cheap thing, right?
I think the reason we thought of Fate Reforged, Jabadoo, is because of the jump from Shadows to this was like, your rare barely matters to, oh fuck, who put this demon in my pack?
All right, well, it's not flipping this turn. That's nice, at least. Now on us to draw a spell.
Yeah, cons did have rares. They were good.
Yeah, they were good, but they were never super necessary.
Yeah, whereas, like, Fate
was
Reforged was the, like, yo, hope you've got a lot of
bomb rare.
Bomb rare.
Like, ridiculously bomb rare at that. And also kind of fucked with drafting cons when you went Fate into cons, because it's like, okay, then we have to work out what 3-color combo we are at this point. And...
I would not have shot that. I would have passed the turn, upkeep to that shock. Oh, fuck.
okay, you're super dead. Oh yeah, they're giving you an opportunity to kill this. That's good at least.
I only take, count the numbers, 2, 3, 4, another 4. I go to 1.
Go to 1. That's not dead. There's nothing you can do about it afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
There's not a single thing in your deck that can save you from this position. But you go to 1.
Or they leave me at 5 and kill my... Show me Sorin.
Sorin could save you here, yeah. Unfortunately, that by itself doesn't. At least keeps you alive for a couple more turns if they don't have any more, reach. But they probably do. They're playing red, you know?
Yeah. Steal it. Land in a 3-drop.
That's exactly according to their curve.
Yeah!
Oh well.
The combo lives. I don't, but the combo lives.
They get to see what your cool move was
Yeah.
at least.
Let me introduce you to my cool move.
You could just press the button. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, whatever. You
Anyway.
could just press the button. We're tapped out, dog. There was nothing we were doing.
All right, then. We 3-3'd with this.
That's exactly the same thing that happened the first time, I think, with this deck.
did-
The deck that we got twice.
Did we win every game with Sorin?
You won every game that Sorin was out, yeah.
All right. Yeah. The other thing we had was this double Sigarda's imprisonment, but I had no idea how the hell to get it to work in this deck.
Yeah, not without any evolving wilds. You would have had to, like I said, you would have had to have like 3 planes in this deck to play them reliably, and even then, that's not actually reliably.
Yeah. Yeah, what's in packs? Do I have like...
You've got a few of them.
Alright, we got some fake ones. This is just a pack of... Okay. This is just a pack of Innistrad with the cards thrown in at random.
That's a Kaldheim card, right? Ward has the...
Yeah.
is a giant.
When you enter the battlefield, there are 20 more instant or sorceries in your grave, hand, or library. Discard a card to seek an instant or sorcery. Seek is grab at random.
I see.
Same with like this. Counter target spell, seek a spell, same mana value. Does that spell? Again, the thing that kills me is there's just no continuity or like sure. Okay. Target player reveals all cards in their hand with a mana value of 2 or greater. Choose a card from among those, exile that card. If a card was exiled that way, that player drafts a card from this thing's spell book. What the fuck?
Like turning every...
So it's a thought
basically
seize
like
that's...
conspiracy draft. It's...
This is just a bunch of... Yeah, ginger brew, sure. Yeah, draft is literally discover from this subset. What is this, Hearthstone? Yes. When City Stalker Connoisseur enters the battlefield, target opponent discards a card with the greatest mana value of cards in their hand. Create a blood token.
Just especially don't get it because Arena is finally kind of cornering the digital card game market is the thing. They are finally like breaking into being like the top one after the long time of Hearthstone's decline is the thing. And now they're doing this.
Yeah. I get that. Also, this card is only the reason this card is actually no. Like the only reason this card is digital only is because it doesn't reveal the hand. That's it. This card literally could just exist. It could have been it could have just been in the set where you play it, they reveal their hand and discard the highest mana cost, and then you get a blood for it. Like this. And then Cursebound Witch. It just makes cards with witch in the name. Good cards. Doesn't everyone just play the Bizarro single player? It's not single player, but I know what you're talking about. The Battlegrounds or whatever that have. Oh, there's also cats in here.
Well, yeah, because Black Cat, there's at least...
And then we ran out of cards. Well, okay, that's fine.
That's kind of weird considering that they did have like an entire archetype for Witch's Cauldron stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Like...
Here, Inquisitor's Captain, which is, if your deck is 20...
That's Yu-Gi-Oh! Card level size of text right there.
It is, if you have 20 or more creatures in your deck, hand, or grave, seek 2 creatures of CMC 3 or less, put 1 in play, and then shuffle the other one into your library? Wait.
What?
What?
Why does this stuff your library?
Okay.
Right?
You choose it, I assume, right?
Yeah, because it's seeking it. So
yeah.
it's grabbing something and then you shoot.
So this is trying to be a fixed collected company, right?
A little bit, yeah. I see where that's coming from, but
Again, the thing that gets me is just how there's no cohesion. Like,
that, and also that's leaning in on deck building challenges too, which are not exactly super great in my opinion.
I think you can do interesting things with them. I'm as a lover of Battle of Wits, you know, I think there's fun to be had there.
That right there is a much more extreme thing, though. Battle of Wits is like the peak of deck building challenge right there.
Basically, like, when I think deck building challenge, I want Battle of Wits. When they think deck building challenge, they think Luris. And somehow Luris is a challenge that you have to work for, you know?
Yeah, it's like, when I say deck building challenge stuff, I mean how it's used in this case, and not the actual challenge that something like Battle of Wits or Laboratory Maniac or stuff like that are, you know?
Right. When Town Raiser Tyrant enters the battlefield, target land you don't control loses all abilities except mana abilities and gains. At the beginning of your upkeep, this permanent deals 2 damage unless you sacrifice it.
The other worrying thing that Alchemy feels like it could possibly do at some point is compromise the comp rules.
That's you have to keep that in mind, I suppose, with like every time you create a new, you know, word on here.
Like if they'll have to do that, and maybe they'll have to just eventually set that the comp rules only apply to paper magic, you know, that kind of thing or something like that. Because like, the more that they errata and fuck with these cards that they're going to be using in a digital only format, the more things that they're going to encounter are like, this does not really work with digital as well as it does in paper, kind of thing.
Yeah, so far everything does, like in the way some of these function, but to be honest, the worst part of Alchemy is that it rebalances standard cards and then doesn't re-unbalance them for historic. Yeah, that's like number one, absolute the worst, like part of it, where it's like errata it for standard and then like, oh, it still sucks outside of it. Okay, again, when I talk about these cards having no cohesion, this is another one.
In their Innistrad Alchemy pack, right here.
Yeah, Innistrad pack, here's my party. Like her, you know?
Party card.
Okay, a bunch of bad enchantments. Okay, a bunch of weird enchantments. Okay, sometimes you get good
also,
enchantments.
Anthem is there.
Sometimes you get O-Ring, and sometimes you get Cleric class. Okay. 7 lines of text on your divination here. Draw 2 cards. Then you may exile an instant or sorcery card from your hand. If you do, search your hand and library for any number of cards with the same name and exile them. Then shuffle. Seek an instant or sorcery for each card exiled from your hand. This way.
This is also another thing of bringing back to the comp rules. The reason why this card has to have this many lines of text is because that those rules exist, you know?
Yes.
And if they simplified it down, which they might do at some point for these cards specifically because they are digital only, then they might no longer actually like work with that anymore. And
again, here's another card that I don't get. So I can exile a card from my hand, and then I can exile an entire card from my deck, and then replace it with a random instant or sorcery from my deck, which I guess is like
only one into your hand.
Right. And also, this isn't like the last one where it was sideboarded. This one just grabs a random instant or sorcery from your deck, whereas the last one was a sideboard creature.
I don't know.
Anyway, just play the I hope that people get to have fun with Alchemy and digital. There are some pretty nifty cards in here. I don't understand why it's so scattershot and why it's why it needed to destroy a format to exist. That's funky.
Yeah.
So
I strongly believe that they will listen to at least un-alchemizing historic at some point.
That
They-
one
That's
that one
that's
seems
likely,
like
I think.
that one seems like how the hell did you miss that? Like, want to say that's like the number one question everyone has, and they're like, didn't catch that one. It's like how'd you miss it? You know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
If
Anyway.
Alchemy's here to stay, Alchemy's here to stay. But at the very least, I think that they're going to they're gonna do that part at least.
Yeah. Oh my god, right. I forgot that was a thing, PokeCaptain. Historic cards costing 2 wild cards to craft.
What?
That was a thing for when they introduced Historic.
Huh.
They wanted
That's really weird.
Yeah, they walked it back very quickly because to the point where
That means that no one would be able to play it.
yeah. Because like people already it's like yeah. So anyway, that's some Crimson Vow. Might get in. I'm trying to think how much more of that I'm gonna get in before the like dual set thing comes out. Because they're doing like the set they're doing that's like called double feature. That's just both Innistrad sets in one pack.
Right.
So I'm interested to see what that looks like. But
Yeah, that sounds neat, honestly, because I think I liked, I think I might have liked the previous Innistrad set more than this one of the two. But it might be interesting to have both of them together.
yeah, we'll have to see how that plays out. Anyway, so that's gonna be it for tonight. Thank you, Doc, for joining.
Yeah,
Glad you jumped on in. Thanks everybody for joining here. If you want to catch more, you can always follow, subscribe. Always got things going. Weekdays, 7 o'clock, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Not anything new on Friday. We finally finished Tales of Arise last week. So
Congratulations.
Friday's going to be open this week, and then next week it's open because it's Christmas Eve, and I'm going to be busy that day. But Christmas, that's when Questmas 2 will happen. Because they invented, there's a Quest 64 randomizer that was invented. And I think that'll be a fun time. I know you've got a marathon coming up.
Yeah.
Soon?
I've
There's a
actually got
solstice,
3
right?
days of. Yeah, I decided instead to do this as a 3-day thing because I've been missing the bustle of doing something like that.
Okay.
So it's going to be the 19th, 20th, and the 21st. The 21st being the actual big one, and then the other two being not as big of a deal.
All right. Go check those out on the Sword.zone in the coming days. Anyway, that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you all for joining. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good one.